Good morning, everyone. Today we've come together in our caucus to talk about building the infrastructure of America. This is so necessary for our country, and we will have our presentation to you momentarily. But first, I just want to say that in about an hour or so, the President of the United States will be signing the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. I want to say that the bill, what the President will be signing is quite different from what the President sent us. And because of the work of the House Democrats under the leadership of Richie Neal with his task force, have made tremendous differences in what was proposed originally and what the President will be signing today. I hope he understands what he's signing today. And it's about the differences in enforcement, about protecting American workers, protecting the environment, and the prescription drug piece of that. You have this. I'm not going to even read it or reference it more than I already have. But to say that because of the work of our chairman of our Ways and Means Committee and the work of organized labor, the AFL-CIO, and Richard Trumka, we were able to make vast improvements. If we weren't, we would not have been able to pass the bill. We would not even want it to pass the bill. But it passed with overwhelming support. And we want to do that for America's workers, America's farmers, America's economy. Just because he would be the person signing it would not be a reason why we would not do something good for the American people. I yield to the distinguished chairman.
Thanks, Madam Speaker. The only reason that the President is having this signing today is because of what we did as House Democrats. Just a reminder, you wrote about this for months. Rob Portman said this final agreement would have been something Barack Obama would have negotiated. Senator Toomey complained that it was too democratic and it had too many protections in there for labor rights. John Thune said this was too democratic. And today they're having a ceremony that if this original piece had been offered up to us that the President submitted, it would never have made its way out of the Ways and Means Committee. And recall that because it's a tax issue and a tariff issue, it originates in the Ways and Means Committee and in the House of Representatives. But we went to work on it with the task force that the Speaker and I assembled. We engaged in intense, sometimes fiery negotiations with the U.S. trade rep. And here's what we achieved. By any objective standard, stronger provisions for workers, sounder funding mechanisms to implement the labor and environmental positions, and a better enforcement mechanism than any trade deal in American history, and this is the largest one to date. And on top of all of that, we preserve Congress's right in terms of freedom to bring down drug pricing. If anybody said that at the beginning that we could get the AFL-CIO and the Teamsters to endorse this trade agreement, you would have all been very dubious. Instead, they did because of what we were able to build in to the agreement. Anyone who thinks that the President's proposal as originally submitted would have gotten out of the Ways and Means Committee, that's nonsense. It's possible that what they're signing today, I'm not even sure that some of them might even comprehend what they're signing. That's how far-reaching this is. But in the end, it was our priorities that made this happen. 193 Democrats in the House voted for the trade agreement. 192 Republicans voted for it. In the United States Senate, 90 members of the Senate voted for the trade agreement. My point is that they voted for it for one reason. It's because of how we shaped and altered the President's proposal that came up originally before the Ways and Means Committee and the task force had a chance to alter it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We invite somebody calling in the others. Thank you. Thank you. There we are.